Championship Chasers. We're here. We're back. It's been a while. New fantasy season. Got a fantasy baseball draft just starting right now. Should be fun. Playing on Yahoo this year, as I have in the past. So should be fun. New league, new players playing with people I haven't played with before. I like to just join random leagues. Makes it a little more fun for me. Plus, also I don't really know too many people that play fantasy baseball. Last year didn't do so well, so we'll see if I can bounce back this year. I'm also still in my dynasty league. We already did that draft, ready for the season. Dodgers Padres playing in Korea. Should be a fun time. Dodgers are going to look good this year. Hopefully, my fantasy team looks good this year. But yeah, Championship Chasers. Check us out. We're on YouTube, the Podcast Hell channel. We're also on Spotify as always. This league has 12 teams. Looks like I'm picking 10th in the first round. So we'll kind of see how it goes. 45 seconds per pick. So should go pretty quick, hopefully. I think we have, I don't even know. I think we have like a few players. I think we have like a lot of like 20 something, 30 roster spots, it looks like. So a lot of rounds, man. A lot of rounds. But 45 seconds should go pretty quick, I would imagine. Like I said, I'm kind of doing it on my phone here. Um, so we'll kind of see what happens here. Looks like, yeah, 30 players. Well, we have seven on the bench. So that's good right there. Looks like there's two, maybe three players that aren't in the draft room. So I still have yet to really figure out the Yahoo scoring system and what works. It looks like here we're gonna have four starting pitchers and three relief pitchers. So I feel like maybe I should go pitcher heavy. Also feel like maybe I should just take best available at whatever position I need. So we'll kind of probably just play it by that year, honestly. I think last year I went pitcher heavy and didn't really work. So this year I feel like maybe I'm going to kind of just go for whatever the best player available is. Looks like a lot of people are taking pitchers here early on. So I still feel like we should take like I'm taking Shohei Ohtani probably first round here as an outfielder. Not or as a utility. So utility player Shohei Ohtani, I think, is going to be my first pick. There we go. Look at that. We took Shohei Ohtani first. Take up one of our utility spots. So we get two utility spots there. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna go too pitcher heavy this year, man. I think this year I'm just gonna try to stick with whatever the best available is. So right now I'd probably take if he sticks there, probably maybe Trey Turner or Fernando Tatis, maybe Matt Olson could be my second pick. Got to go with Otani though. As a Dodger fan, got to take a Dodger first round. I just feel like that's the way to go. And plus, Otani's still going to be a great hitter. I mean, he was a great hitter last year until he got hurt. Can't pitch this year, so maybe his hitting actually improved. Maybe he's going to be a better hitter than he was last year. Like, how sick would that be, huh? If he's even better. I mean, that would be crazy. Also, I do need a good team name. So if anybody wants to give me a good team name here, feel free to comment or let me know. Always looking for good team names. It's hard to come up with good team names really year after year. Might even go with some kind of name around Shohei Ohtani. Kind of. It's one good thing about waiting until after the draft to name your team. So Fernando Tatis is off the board. Looks like I could take Matt Olson or Trey Turner. Probably gonna go ahead and take Trey Turner because there's not as many shortstops as there are first basemen. So Trey Turner is gonna be my pick there. So I went ahead and got my shortstop out of the way right there. Yeah, let's see what else we can get here. Looks like you get two utilities, but you also get two other infielders. You get a center infielder or a corner infielder and a mid infielder. So you get like basically a second baseman or shortstop and a second first baseman or third baseman. So I kind of like the rosters here. Only one catcher, four outfielders, which is kind of weird. Like I said, four starters, three relief pitchers, three other pitchers, and then seven people on the bench. This 30 roster spots is a lot, man. It's going to be very interesting, but I'm going to be using a lot of waiver wire picks throughout the year. I mean, that's what I always do in baseball. I always go with a lot of, pickups throughout the season. just because I feel like that's the way to go. I feel like that is definitely a way to go. So I got Trey Turner, who was ranked 12th. I got him with the 15th pick. I got Shohei, who was ranked 11th, and I got him with the 10th pick. So far, I feel like I got two kind of good steals there with these first couple of picks. As like I said, it looked like a lot of people went pitcher heavy the first couple of rounds. I've yet to take a pitcher. I'm just gonna kind of take whatever the draft gives me. So I'm not really kind of no strategy or kind of going in with no strategy. Kind of just going in with whatever happens, happens, and we'll see. We'll see how I do. Like I said, last year I went really pitcher heavy on Yahoo and it didn't work out. My other league, my dynasty league, is on Fantrax. It is very pitcher heavy. So I kind of know how to go about that. So I go pitcher heavy there. But of course, it's dynasty. So you also keep a lot of the same players year after year, which kind of helps too. But on that one, I know pitchers are scoring the most points. So it's kind of easy to be like, hey, let's just make sure you have good pitchers. Yahoo, I haven't really been able to figure out. Yahoo football, fantasy football, I've kind of figured out. Basketball, I figured out somewhat. It's just a matter of I don't really pay enough attention to the NBA to figure out who is who. As y'all can tell by the show, Championship Chasers, I've not done a show in a while. So obviously, I did not play basketball or hockey this year. Did do football. I don't even think I did a show for football though. So this is we're back here with baseball. So welcome to 2024. Hopefully I'll be doing more shows here. Maybe might even do another baseball because I think after this draft we got like 2 more weeks really until the season starts. I mean the Dodgers and Padres play 2 games, but a lot of people will still be drafted in between there. So I might even do another baseball draft possibly. We'll kind of see what happens. Maybe I'll get somebody to join me there in this empty chair right here, as you're looking at, kind of cover up the mess on the couch in the background. So, but definitely check out some of the other shows on our Podcast Hell YouTube page. We've been doing a bunch of stuff, man. We got college basketball podcast. We got the movie review podcast, film as literature. Good Blue, Bad Blue is the college basketball one. A lot of fun stuff going on there, man. Looks like this draft's kind of going a little quick. I don't know. We're kind of stuck here in round 3 so far, but if you can get through 3 rounds in 10 minutes, that's pretty good. 30 rounds, that's, you're looking at. I usually like for an online draft, I like for it to be like less than an hour. So we'll kind of see how long this one takes. You've seen me do some long ones before. I mean, I was on here for one of them for 2 hours one time, I think. This one might not take as long, possibly, hopefully. Like I said, usually around an hour is kind of what you want. It looks like there's still like 3 people that aren't in. Actually, it looks like somebody just left because it looks like they're about to time out maybe. So far, again, I got Trey Turner at short and Shohei Ohtani at utility. I guess that's the only position he's available for since he's not a pitcher and since he's not playing the field. So be interesting to see about that move. Maybe that wasn't the best. You get 7 bench players. Be interested to see how I'll play that. Like I said, I'm probably just going to be using a lot of free agents. Man. I'm probably just going to be dropping people like crazy and seeing what happens. Um, Man, I don't know, man. There's probably maybe should pick a pitcher now, but honestly, I'm looking at maybe Francisco Lindor possibly. No, I already got a shortstop. Well, yeah, because we get a middle infielder, so I could just go with him. Maybe Jose Altuve. Maybe Robert, the outfielder for the White Sox. Maybe he's young and pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's going to come down to Robert or Francisco Lindor. I think that's going to be one of my 2 picks there. Just go ahead and shore up a couple shortstops there, shore up middle infielder, and there we go. Well, actually, Francisco Lindor got picked, so I guess I'm probably gonna go with Robert, the outfielder for the White Sox. There we go. I got me an outfielder now. He was the 26th best player according to Yahoo. I got him at the 34th pick. I feel like that's pretty good. So I think I'm doing pretty good so far. I mean, I like the players I've gotten. It's going to be interesting to see. I still feel like maybe am I like the only one that hasn't had a pitcher yet? Let's see. No, there's a couple people that don't have pitchers. So okay, so making me feel a little better about myself. Definitely makes me feel a little better about myself. And with the 10th pick, there's only like 4 picks in between mine, so I get to pick the second one pretty quick. I don't really know who I'm looking at here. Man, Arozarena. Like, what is he? What is he doing? I don't know. I don't know. It's my turn now. I think I might just go with Michael Harris from the Braves. Just go ahead and get another outfielder. There we go. Got another outfielder now. Got two of my outfield spots taken up. You get four. So there we go. Michael Harris was ranked 30th. I got him with a 39th pick. So again, I'm getting players above what they're ranked if you want to look at it like that. So that's pretty good. Maybe start looking at pitchers now, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm just kind of just taking whatever's out there. Obviously, I will take a Dodger player if there's one. I basically have it pulled up to where it shows me like the top five players available. So pretty much just picking out of those top five every time. So if a Dodger is in that group, I probably will take a Dodger. Like as of right now, Tyler Glasnow. He's one of the top five players available. If he sticks around until my pick, I will take him. I don't see him sticking around that long though. I really don't. I don't think I don't think Tyler Glasnow will last like 16 more picks. And that's the problem. Like that's why I kind of hate picking either early in the draft or late in the draft. I like to be in the middle because then I feel like you get kind of, decent players. Like you're not stuck and then not on there for a while. Although being late in the round, you get kind of two pretty good players also. I've never really liked, with a 12 team league, I've never really liked getting like a top three pick. I feel like a top three pick just doesn't really guarantee you much, and it really kind of means that your second player is not going to be all that great either. So, yeah, I think a top three pick actually doesn't work as good as people think. Everybody that gets excited about a top three pick, I just kind of laugh at and go, man, I don't think you understand really how these snake drafts work because this is a snake draft, which everybody pretty much uses snake drafts now. So, yeah, draft's still going pretty decent here. I mean, we're in round four. We've only been going for 12 minutes. I mean, I like the pace of this draft. 45-second picks. I like it. There, Glasnow just went. There you go, Glasnow. So Glasnow is off the board. Oh well, didn't get him. That sucks. Still got one Dodger so far, Shohei Ohtani. Honestly, I'm okay if I get like 8 Dodger players. I'm okay with that. I mean, I think that would be pretty sweet. That would have been one of the good things about, I guess, picking top three. I could have got Freddie Freeman, maybe Mookie Betts. I'm not sure where Mookie was ranked at on here, but we're only 11 picks away now, so we're getting a little closer. Definitely be going to a couple of games this year. Hopefully, went to a couple last year. Saw the Dodgers play in Atlanta. Saw the Cardinals play in Atlanta. That was pretty cool. It was Wainwright's last season, so they gave him like a gift. Kind of made a big deal out of it at the end there. That was pretty cool. Dodgers won when I was there, so that was awesome. It was a little bit of a rain delay, which kind of sucked. But definitely the Brave Stadium is actually really nice. Their new stadium's pretty nice. That was my first time going there. Already went to a college baseball game this year. Going to another one in a couple of weeks, so that's fun too. Tar Heels are looking pretty good this year. Adley Rutschman just got drafted. This is the first catcher I think I've seen gone. Everybody loves him, man. That dude, he's a beast. He could be one of the best hitting catchers we have seen in a very long time. Although Will Smith, my Dodger catcher, he's definitely up there as well. Definitely don't count him out. Let's see, Kyle Schwarber just went. That guy, so many strikeouts, yet somehow so many home runs. Um, the top four players available right now are all pitchers, and I'm only 7 picks away. So maybe this is the time where I take a pitcher. You got Zach Gallen available, Scooble from Detroit. If I can't, am I pronouncing it right? Aaron Nola from the Phillies, Peralta from the Brewers, all pretty good pitchers. Edwin Diaz is out there, a closer. He's pretty good. Fried. He's available. So yeah, I probably do maybe end up taking a pitcher here, or maybe I'll just go ahead and secure another outfielder with Chisholm from Miami. I mean, that could be a good pick. Let's go ahead and get another outfield. Cody Bellinger's out there as well. I mean, I like Cody. I hate that he's not a Dodger anymore, but I'm glad that he's on the Cubs. That team seems to fit him pretty well, and he seems to like it there. And he played good last year. We'll see if he plays good again this year. I'm 2 picks away now. I think I pretty much got it narrowed down to I don't know, man. I'm probably either going to take Max Fried or Peralta, the starter for Milwaukee, or maybe I just go another outfielder with Chisholm for Miami. I think those are probably the three that I'm looking at here with where I'm at. So we'll kind of see who just got picked. Edwin Diaz just got picked, so he's off the board. I probably wasn't going to pick him anyways. Probably should because you need some relief pitchers. So there we go. Freddie Peralta did just get picked. So I'm down to Max Fried or Chisholm. Man, I'm probably just gonna go Chisholm and just get another outfielder. There we go. I just got another outfielder. Three of my four outfield spots are done now. Um, yeah, there we go. So still no pitchers though. But like I said, I went pitcher heavy last year and it got me absolutely nowhere. So yeah, time to change it up. When you do bad, maybe you change it up. There's no problem with that. And I mean, we're in round five right now, man. We're this draft is moving on. 45 seconds is not very long at all. It's really not. Like now, I'm already two picks away again. Man, might end up taking Cody Bellinger here. Gonna be perfectly honest with you, might take Cody. Maybe Christian Yelich. I mean, Cody can play first though. I don't have a first baseman yet. Do not have a first baseman yet, so I could just go ahead and take Cody. I am next up. We'll see who this guy in front of me takes. Let's see who he gets here. Let's see. My guess is he probably takes. I mean, he might take Max Fried. Um, no, who did he take? He took Logan Gilbert, the Seattle starting pitcher. Wow. Okay, so that kind of changes things. I think I'll just go ahead and take Max Fried. Then I need a pitcher, so there we go. We went ahead and got Max Fried. I needed a pitcher. Now here comes my long wait in between picks. So at least I got a pitcher. I got one pitcher. I need three more starters and then three more relievers. Super long. Cody Bellinger was the next pick, so there you go. I could have obviously, obviously, I guess I helped out somebody because he made that pick pretty quick. I don't know. Christian Yelich is still out there. Could be a good one to fill in my last outfield spot. Paul Goldschmidt would be pretty good at first base, obviously. Still need some more pitchers, so there's that. Maybe even need some relief pitchers. Relief pitchers would be good too. It's hard to find relief pitchers these days. I mean, the fact that everybody in this draft the fact that everybody needs to start three relievers, um, the fact that everybody needs to start three relievers with 12 teams, that's insane. That's 36 relievers that have to start. There's only 30 teams in baseball, so only 30 closers. That means six people are just relief pitchers that aren't closing. That's gonna be pretty brutal. That's probably gonna be the relief pitchers that I start. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably gonna be those guys. Even in my dynasty league, like I said, even on Fantrax in that league, I know that pitchers are very dominant and pitchers are very point heavy in that league. And I still don't even have really any good closers over there. So, but also, really, honestly, out of the 30 teams in baseball nowadays, how many teams actually have a good closer? What, 10 maybe have a good closer, if that, and then another 5 or 7? Probably only about half the teams really have a legit closer. The other half is probably just closer by committee or, let's just see what happens kind of deal. Let's just go with who's hot for this week, who's hot for that week. So, really, it's tough to find a closer. If you don't get one of those first closers, after that, to me, it's just might as well just go with a reliever because there's a lot of relievers that pitch every day. There is a lot of relievers. Like you can look at the Dodgers. They got people that are going to pitch every day out of the bullpen. The Braves have people that are going to pitch every day out of the bullpen. The Yankees are going to have people pitch every day out of the bullpen. You're probably better off trying to get some of those guys instead of getting like the closer for like the Nationals or like a closer for like who's another bad team like the Rockies. Like the Rockies, like do they really need a closer? Like they're probably not going to win that many games. I'm just saying, like the Mets. I mean, yeah, they got Edwin Diaz, but are they really going to win that many games? Like does he really count as a good closer? I don't think he does anymore. But here we are. We're on round 7 now, so we're doing pretty good. I'm up here in a couple picks. If you look at who's up, the name that first pops out to me is Bobby Miller, the Dodgers pitcher. Boy, that guy looks good. That guy, he could be a star. He could be another Walker Buehler. It's been fun watching the offseason. Looks like they've been hanging out. Looks like they're tight. I mean, Walker, hopefully he gets healthy and can bounce back and be just close to what he was before because Walker Bueller was on pace to be a Cy Young guy. I mean, and now coming off of a second Tommy John, who knows? He said he was pitching 97 in his last rehab assignment. So hopefully he can stay up there, man. I think if you could have him come back and be close and the Dodgers can re-sign him and the Dodgers can have Bobby Miller and Yamamoto and Otani, if he can come back next year and be close to what he was, Dustin May, if he can come back to what he was, Dodgers got potential to have a very solid pitching rotation next year. Even this year, really, to have a chance. Tony Gonsolin needs to come back and be what he was. But those guys have a very good chance. Bobby Miller just got picked, so there you go. I'm not getting Bobby Miller, but the Dodgers have a chance to have a great pitching staff if everybody comes back healthy. That's the problem. There's too many injuries. It seems like all their pitchers are hurt. It's almost a curse to be a Dodgers pitcher right now, it seems like. But I don't know. I still got hope. I mean, that's going to be the key to their season on how far they make it because I feel like the hitting is going to be there. The hitting was there last year. You look at what they added this year, their hitting should be even better. The Braves are still really good too, though. A lot of people still have the Braves at number one. It's gonna be a good race, I think, between those two. And hopefully this year they actually get to play in the playoffs again. Last year, both teams lost first round or second round or whatever. They had the bye and just came out. Both teams just kind of came out flat, really. Honestly, both teams also played division foes. I wish that they would redo that to where you can't play a division foe in that round because I think if that would have happened, I think the Dodgers would have beat the Phillies, and I think the Padres would have lost to the Braves. Instead, both teams lost to their division foe. But I mean, it's tough to beat a division foe in the playoffs, especially when it's a division foe that you've pretty much dominated, during the regular season. And it's almost just no fair the way that the baseball playoffs are set up right now. It's almost like you don't want to be a top one or two teams in your conference. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, or in your league, in the American League or the National League, you don't want to be one of the top two teams because then you got to sit out and then, who knows what you're going to get. So it's almost best to be like the third or fourth team, to where then you can just kind of just play at home that first round and then get somebody that hasn't played for a couple of days in the second round. Anyways, my pick is coming up. I'm 2 picks away right now. Uh, Honestly, I think I'm looking at maybe Real Muto, the catcher for the Phillies, or Nick Horner, the Cubs middle infielder. I think those are probably gonna be my 2 picks. I mean, probably should go pitcher again, but I don't know. Evan Phillips for the Dodgers just went, so there you go. There goes another Dodger player. Yeah, my pitching staff's gonna be one of the weakest in this league. I can already tell, but that's fine. Nico Horner just actually went, by the way. So it looks like it's my pick. I do not have a catcher yet, do I? I do not have a catcher yet, so I'm gonna go and take Will Smith, the Dodgers catcher. There you go. I took Will Smith, the Dodgers catcher. I needed a catcher, so good pick there, and I think you got Rutschman. Adley Rutschman might be the best hitting catcher, and Will Smith might be the second best. On here, it looks like they have Real Muto as the second best, but I would put Will Smith above him. Honestly, I think Real Muto just kind of hits in a good spot in that lineup, but I think the Dodgers Will Smith is a little bit better. But honestly, I might take Real Muto again because I still got one spot left open at utility, so I can just kind of go ahead and plug him in there. So maybe that's what I do if he's still available here in a second because nobody's picked him yet. It's kind of weird that nobody's taken him yet. Honestly, like maybe these people don't realize that there's not that many good everyday catchers. So maybe if I do draft him, maybe somebody will want to trade, and maybe that's how I get like somewhat of a pitcher there maybe. So again, we're 2 picks away, and honestly, Real Muto might be the guy. It's itching me. It's itching me. Just go ahead and take a second catcher. That way, then if Will Smith gets hurt or if he's just sitting out, I can just move Real Muto into that spot and then have somebody else play utility. I think that might be the way to go. If for some reason one of these next two guys picks him, which that guy did not, so now we're only one guy away. If this guy does not pick him, I'm taking Real Muto. My next pick would probably be Joe Ryan, the starter for the Twins, just because I need another pitcher. There's a couple other good players out there, like Gleyber Torres is still available. Clay Walker is still there. Christian Walker, sorry, not Clay Walker. Clay Walker's the singer. Yeah, Rio Muto is still available, man. I gotta take him. I mean, I have to. You have to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. So now both my utility spots are taken. So hitting wise, all I need left is one outfielder, the two infield spots, and then I need first base, second base, and third base. So there you go. And then still need a lot of pitching. I only got one pitcher so far, so I still need three more starters, three more relievers, and then three more random pitchers. I don't know how good my team's really looking right now, to be perfectly honest with you. I feel like it's looking a little weak. Definitely hitter heavy, but I do like the fact that I just got two catchers, like I said, because I guarantee you both those catchers at some point will be on the DL. And I also guarantee you that they will both probably sit out one game every week. So right there, I'm probably saving myself a couple points because, when Will Smith sits down, I can move Rio Muto to the starter. When Rio Muto sits down, I can move Will Smith to the starter. I love it. I think that's a good strategy. I do kind of like that strategy a lot. Maybe should go with another pitcher, though. We're in round 8, only have one pitcher. Man, I don't know if I like that. We got 30 rounds though, so we got a long ways to go. Um, Draft's still going pretty quick though, man. I mean, we're gonna be into round 9, and it's been less than 30 minutes, so not quite at an hour pace. We're a little over an hour there, probably close to an hour and a half pace. So a little long draft here. So y'all bear with me. Keep watching. Definitely appreciate you watching. It's been fun so far. I mean, you gotta love baseball. Gotta love fantasy baseball. I love fantasy sports in general, which y'all know that. That's why you listen to the show, and that's why I do the show. Which hopefully I'm gonna do it more now. Like I said, I probably end up doing another baseball draft here. Maybe have somebody with me. Um, I can do a third league. I mean, why not? This is my second one. I can do a third league. I'll play multiple leagues. I mean, I play like 4 or 5 football leagues every year. I play a couple basketball leagues most years. Even done some hockey leagues here and there. So we can do a few baseball leagues. Why not? I mean, the dynasty league. I don't even that shouldn't even count because that's like a guaranteed league, and you don't even really redraft. You keep a lot of the same players. So, like literally in that draft or in that league, we have 35 players. We only drop 5, and we do a 5 round draft. So yeah, you get a lot of like new players, you get a lot of like rookies maybe. It's a little different. I do a dynasty football league the same way where we just do a 6 round draft every year. And there though we use defensive players, not defensive teams. So most of the players are just defensive players and then rookies for a round or two and then like a kicker. Makes things a lot interesting for sure. And then I do a couple of football leagues that are keeper leagues where you have like where we keep like 2 or 3 or something like that. Those are okay. Those are okay. I don't mind those. They're all right. They're not bad. As you can see, my Sandlot T-shirt. I figure wear a baseball shirt on the day of the fantasy baseball draft. I figure why not? I need to be cool, right? But here we are. Still round 9. Might get through round 9 before the 30-minute mark here. Usually it should start going quicker as you get closer to the end. I will say that. Usually people will start leaving, hopefully, at some point. Usually that's what happens, and especially in the baseball drafts. It seems like you get to the last few rounds and people are just like, okay, whatever. Like, who cares who I get now? But here we are, where we are right now. We're getting to the end of round 9. I'm a few picks away. I don't really know what I'm looking at here. Probably looking at maybe, do I need another outfielder? Do I still need an outfielder? I do still need one outfielder. Okay, so I could take Castellanos from the Phillies. I mean, I'm trying to at least pick teams from or players from teams that are going to be scoring a lot. So could take Castellanos, maybe Gleyber Torres. I mean, I need a second baseman. Glaber's not that bad. I mean, he's their starting second baseman, right? I mean, yeah, he should be their starting second baseman. Maybe I decide to take a starting pitcher. There's a few decent ones that are still up here. You got a Steele from the Cubs. He's supposed to be pretty good. Justin Steele. I like. He had a pretty decent year last year, but the Cubs, again, man, the Cubs are just so bad. So you never know, really. I mean, they could be a bad team again. Got a couple of Cub players available though. Dansby Swanson's up there as well. Nobody wants Gleyber Torres apparently though. Like nobody wants him. He's the 74th best player according to Yahoo, and we're on pick 106. Somebody just picked him. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my last outfield spot done. Nick Castellanos, come on down, buddy. Okay, so no more outfielders for Justin. No more outfielders. I need to focus on first base, second base, third base, or any infield spot really right now. Any infield spot right now because I got that corner infield spot available and the middle infield spot available. Still need pitching though. Still haven't done any pitching. I'm a few spots away here from picking. Honestly, it's looking like maybe Dansby Swanson or Justin Steele. I'm gonna take one of the Cubs, I guess. They're gonna suck. They could possibly be the worst team in the NL Central again, but I feel like I gotta take one of their players. They're both sitting here available. They're both ranked in the top 100 players on Yahoo, and we're above pick 100 now. So maybe they're not that bad. I mean, maybe they're worth risking at this point. You're in around 10. You can't really be too picky at this point now. You're definitely just picking for need. So obviously the guy here taking the second now, he's really thinking about it. He goes with Justin Steele. So there you go. Somebody eliminated that pick from me. So I'm 2 picks away. Hopefully nobody takes Swanson. I really kind of want Swanson. It'd be good to have a shortstop. I already have one. Why not have another one? I mean, that's what that middle infield spot's for, right? I mean, I could change out him and Justin Turner. It's 2 really good shortstops actually. That would be pretty good. I'm not really seeing anybody else available. I mean, I already have a first. No, I don't have a first baseman yet, so I could get Spencer Turkelson from Washington or from Detroit. I'm sorry. Could get him. Man, I'm not really seeing anybody else. Maybe Lane Thomas. No, I don't need an outfielder. Don't need an outfielder. Um, Bryson Stott, also from the Phillies. Like I said, it's not bad to take somebody from the Phillies because they are a great hitting team. They're going to score a lot of runs, so at least I'll be getting points for runs. I didn't really pay too much attention to what the points were. It looked like it was a pretty normal Yahoo scoring system. I'm next up here. Let's see what this guy picks. Dansby Swanson was the last pick, by the way. That got picked Suzuki, the Cubs outfielder. So it's my turn. I'm going to take Torkelson. Yeah, the Detroit first baseman. I need a first baseman. So there you go. I can still take another first baseman as well if I need to because of the corner infield spot. And honestly, as of right now, I think Bryson Stott would be my next pick. I don't know why I always want to call him Scott, but I think he would be. My next pick, man. I think so. Chris Sale's available. I mean, man, I almost forgot that he even played for the Braves now. Maybe maybe take a flyer on him. I mean, I got a long ways to go though. This is my spot where I got 18 picks here in between mine. So whatever 3 or 4 players I'm looking at here definitely are not going to still be available probably whenever I come back around. But we're still in round 10, about to be in round 11. Draft's going pretty good. I like my team. Still only one pitcher though. Man, my pitching gonna be 30 players is a lot. Even for baseball rosters, that's a lot. I feel like normally on 1 year leagues like this, normally you get somewhere between 20 and 25 players. 30 is a lot. Should have probably looked at it a little closer. I just kind of looked at it as, hey, what league is drafting tonight at this time? And I joined. So they had 2 open spots when I joined. I was like, yeah, they'll probably fill up, and they did. They said this is their 4th year, so I was like, you know what? Obviously, they're doing something right if they still have 10 teams left from last year. So I jumped in, and here I am. And it looks like it's a pretty cool league. They're kind of active in the chat a little bit. They all have team names other than myself right now, so they seem to be active. They seem to be in on it. So I'm hoping to see some trades and stuff like that. I got 2 catchers, so maybe somebody will need a catcher and they can trade me a starting pitcher or a relief pitcher actually. A relief pitcher will be what I need. Still looking at Bryson Stott as my next pick, a second baseman. I don't have any second baseman yet, but that's kind of who I'm looking at as my next pick. I'm 10 picks away now. I think that's my next pick. Maybe Chris Sale I could still take. Oh, well, there you go. Stott just got picked. Chris Sale, probably next. Jordan Walker still available. I wish that I needed a outfielder because Jordan Walker's pretty good for the Cardinals, man. I think the Cardinals they're a weird team. You know, they could be a little better this year. They could be the same. So who knows? But it's not often that they're a bad team. I mean, last year was an anomaly. I mean, what was that? The first time in like a very long time that they didn't make the playoffs or contend for a playoff spot. It was kind of crazy to see them be so bad. But they got a lot of young players, man, that are really good. I can see the Cardinals jumping up there this year and surprising some teams and contending for a playoff spot. Because also in the Central, I mean, you know, the Brewers are pretty good, but I mean, the Cubs are bad. The Reds maybe are a little iffy. So I don't know, man. I think the Cardinals still have a chance. I think the Cardinals still have a chance to be there. You know, I think they still got a chance to bounce up and do some damage in that NL Central. I think the NL West should be the Dodgers, you would imagine, and the NL East should be the Braves, you would imagine. The NL East, you got the Phillies, maybe could jump up there and do something in the West. Obviously, the Padres. The Giants just signed Blake Snell, so maybe the Giants are still trying their best to be something, but the Padres, it should be the Dodgers and the Padres, and then the Braves and the Phillies. And then the Central, man, honestly, like I said, I think the Central could be wide open. You know, there's always like that one division in each league where it's like, holy cow, how is this, you know, where did these teams come from? And I feel like this year that should just be the Central just because I don't think there's an overpower team like there is in the East and the West. I don't pay as much attention to the American League, but the American League, you know, the West, you have the Rangers. I mean, they're coming off of a World Series, but you got the Mariners, who Mariners are always knocking on that door, man. All right, so it's my turn to pick. Not taking Jordan Walker. Don't need an outfielder. I already have a shortstop, but I still need the middle infield position. So I think I'm going to take Volpe from the Yankees. There you go. So no more shortstops. No more shot. I need second base or third base is what I need from here on out. We'll see what happens. Could also use some pitching. Not gonna lie, could definitely use some pitching. I get to pick here in a couple more picks, so we'll kind of see what happens. Honestly, right now, man, I'm not really seeing anybody. Kenley Jensen, maybe the former Dodgers closer who's still with the Red Sox. I don't really. I mean, I need a relief pitcher though. Man, it's getting tough now, guys. It's getting really tough now. There's a lot of outfielders down here at this point in the draft. So I either need a pitcher, second baseman, or a third baseman. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much here. The guy before me, okay, so it's my turn now. Let's see. So second baseman or first baseman or pitcher. So outfielder, first baseman. There we go, right there. And he can play third base. Alec Bohm from Philly. Perfect. Bohm from Philly. That's perfect. He can play both positions and he plays for a high powered offense. That's actually the perfect pick right there for round 12. I love it. I think I just got a steal in round 12. Let's see. He's actually ranked 133 and I picked him 135. So he's actually almost right where he should be. So now we're down to second base. So still at second base or third base. Or no, what do we need here? Wait a minute. What do we need? We need okay, we need second base, first base, or third base. First, second, or third is what we need here. Or pitcher, as always. Or pitcher. Luckily, we got a while here before we pick this time. This is our long gap in between. Let's look down here and see who we got here. Man, Hunter Green, honestly, I might go with him, the starting pitcher for Cincinnati, or I could go with Santander from Baltimore. I always like him. I have him a lot. Or Pasquantino from Kansas City. It's probably going to end up being one of those guys. I think that's probably who I'm going to take. Yeah, so there you go. First base, second base, third base, or starting pitcher or relief pitcher, any kind of pitcher. It's kind of where I'm at right now. As we're in round 12, about to be in round 13, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost halfway done with this draft. It looks like it's probably going to take about an hour and a half. So this is a long video for you. I'll be very surprised if any of you actually, watch the whole thing. But if you do, feel free to leave a comment. Or if you listen to the whole thing on Spotify, feel free to let me know. Also, let me know what you think about my team whenever I get done. Tell me how bad I did, or tell me how good I did. Stroke the ego a little bit. That's fine. We do got a Dodger available here. Um, James Outman. Don't need an outfielder though. What a bummer. Because I would really, man, I really like to take Outman. That would be good. Dang. But don't need an outfielder. Don't need a utility. Do I go ahead and put somebody on my bench without filling all the spots? I hate doing that. In any league, I hate doing that. Other than football. In football, I like doing that with the quarterbacks. I always like to draft my quarterbacks pretty quick, especially in the two quarterback system, which is what two of my leagues that I play in every year are two quarterbacks. I always like to draft three really quick, two starters and a reserve. I like to go really quick on that. But other than that, like I hate filling up bench before I fill up starters. Just I hate it, man. Outman, if you're there, sorry, buddy. And if for some reason James Outman watches this or listens to this, like, sorry, dude. I do love Outman though. I actually think he is a great player, and I think he's going to be one of the top young Dodger players. Maybe he turns into being what we thought Cody Bellinger was going to be. I don't think, as of right now, I don't think he plays as good offense. I don't think I'd say I don't think he hits as good, but he does actually right now, but not the way that Bellinger started his career. The way Bellinger started his career, those first couple of years were incredible, man. And it's crazy how much he dropped off. It really is crazy how much he dropped off. But as of right now, if I was to pick right now, I'm probably taking Hunter Green, the starter for Cincinnati. Dude's solid, man. I mean, the dude really is solid. He's not a bad pitcher. I seem to have him in at least one baseball league every year. It's kind of weird, but I mean, at this point in the draft, he's a decent player to get. So I'm either gonna take him or what? How do you say the guy's name from Miami? Arraez. Might take him. The dude's a hitting machine, man. The dude is a hitting machine. I mean, what did he hit last year? Like 354? That's insane. That's insane in today's game. Nobody even should get close to that in today's game. Honestly, like nobody should. It looks like there's a bunch of outfielders available now. It looks like everybody's probably filled up on outfielders. Makes sense. I mean, there's also so many outfielders. Maybe people are just like, well, we can just wait now. Like we got one or two good ones, and we can just wait now until we get closer to the end of the draft. So I'm still looking at Hunter Green or Rays. I'm just gonna say that's how you say his name. I have no idea. Dude, I'm horrible at pronouncing names, so y'all don't hate me. Please, please don't hate me. I'm 3 picks away though, so I should get one of those two guys, I would imagine. And James Outman's still just staring right there at me, just like, dude, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. But not gonna pick him. Not gonna pick him. Dalton Varsho, the outfielder for Toronto, just went. He was kind of low here. Like he's not one of the top like 6 or 7 guys available. That's kind of I hadn't seen that in a while where somebody went like down low to get somebody there. So I don't know, man. We're 3 picks away. I mean, I could get Estrada, the second baseman for San Fran. I could get him also. I'm really hoping Hunter Green's still there. I need a pitcher. He's the best one available. I wouldn't mind taking him, but at the same time, I could always take another first base, third base, or second baseman. So there you go. All right, so it's my turn now. Dang, I so wish I could take Outman, but instead I'm going to take Hunter Green. I need a pitcher, man. I needed a second pitcher, so that's 2 starting pitchers I have now: Max Fried and Hunter Green. There we go. Not bad actually, considering that I'm not really drafting any kind of pitchers at all. So now it looks like I'm probably gonna get a Rays or a Strata. Will probably be my next two. Will probably be who I get. Let's see what because I still need a second baseman, and then I need a corner infielder. So need one of those two things. 'Cause Brian Hayes just went to the Pirates third baseman. The Pirates got a lot of young good players too, man. They could be a team where maybe they finally jump up there. They've never really jumped up there really in the last this century. They really haven't been up there. It's like they flirted with it a little bit, but they just couldn't get there. So maybe now's the time where they finally start to get up there. 2 picks away now, so it's definitely gonna be a Rays or Estrada is gonna be my pick. So we'll see what these next two guys do. Uh, Starling Marte just went. Man, why does nobody like James Outman? Like, am I missing something on Outman here? I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, no breaking news on him or anything. Just seems kind of weird that he's not been picked. Or McCormick, the outfielder for Houston. I mean, the dude hit 273 last year. He plays for Houston, another good offensive team. That's crazy. All right, so my turn here. Let's see here. We're gonna go with a Rays. There we go. Luis Arraez. We got him at second base. So now I just need a first baseman or third baseman or some pitchers. So first base, third base, or pitcher. We're really starting to get into the nitty gritty of the draft now, as that's round 14. So my next pick will be the halfway point, as we are 30 rounds here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 picks left. Yes, sir. And it looks like we're on pace for about an hour and a half draft here. It's not too bad. I mean, like I said, I always try to root for an hour, but hour and a half's not too bad. Now Max Muncy's available. Man, if Muncy is still there whenever I pick here in a couple minutes, that'd be pretty sweet. Fill him in there at corner infield. That'd be pretty cool. Get another Dodger because Outman's still available and I still just can't get him. Hurts my feelings a little bit. Probably need to get another pitcher though, so maybe Merrill Kelly from Arizona. I mean, why not, man? I mean, if he's still, but I also don't think either one of those players will be available here whenever I pick again. Like I said, I hate having this big gap. It's like I almost hate playing big leagues because I mean, 12 is not even a big league. 12 is like normal, but it's like I almost just want to play like 8-team league with 8 teams, but like then everybody just gets good players the whole time, and it just makes it almost no fun because there's not really any strategy. It's just like, okay, like I'll just take this guy. Okay, you take that guy. Okay, I take this guy. Everybody's just scoring points. At least now with 12 teams, there's strategy. 12 teams with 30 players is a lot of strategy. And it's going to be a lot of, like I said, a lot of waiver wire pickups, a lot of free agency pickups, maybe even some trades. Hopefully, this league does some trades. I always like leagues that have trades. Always makes it a little more fun. Sometimes I jump in and make some trades. Sometimes I don't make any trades. Sometimes I will decline every trade offer, and then other times I'll be like yes to every trade offer. So, and then other times I will drop players that you probably shouldn't drop just because screw it. Like, I'm not afraid to make some bold moves when it comes to my fantasy teams. Definitely not afraid at all to make some bold moves because that's the only way to win. The only way to win is to make bold moves because you never know. You just never know, especially if you're middle of the pack. Just make a bold move. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're middle of the pack, you're probably not going to win. Normally, the best teams in the regular season are going to win in the playoffs, even in fantasy. This league is 12 players. 6 of them make the playoffs, so 2 of them get a first round bye. Should be pretty interesting to see how that happens. Not really the biggest fan of that, but it seems like that's what everybody does on Yahoo. It's just a Yahoo thing, really. We're in around 15 now. Um, Man, still Max Muncy looks pretty good. Reese Hoskins, plays for Milwaukee now, might not be too bad. Um, let's see. Merrill Kelly already went. Naturally, we got some catchers available now. Already got 2 catchers. Definitely don't need a catcher. Man, I don't know who I'm really looking at here. Brian Wu, the starter for Seattle. I mean, I kind of like him. I think he could have a breakout year. Yeah, it might be between him and Muncy, possibly. Wilson Contreras is out there now, only available at catcher. I'm not going to take him. Just throwing that out there that he's still available here as we pass pick 170. It looks like everybody's staying in this draft too. It looks like we got 2 people that haven't showed up yet, and looks like the other 10 people are here. So that makes it go a little longer too, because just nobody's leaving, no, and everybody's here. But that's good. That's good. Like I said, active league, man. I mean, it's kind of crazy actually that 10 of the 12 people are here. Usually, sometimes, man, you'll be missing a few people, but that's good. That's really good because this is not like some kind of big, huge money. Like none of us are going to be, buying a new car after we win this league here. We're getting pretty close here to my pick here. We're halfway through pick 15. Max Muncy's still the one that I'm holding out for. I will take Rhys Hoskins though if need be. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say it's gonna be one of those two guys that I get, even though I'm still 6 picks away. And I'm okay with getting one of those guys. I still have no relief pitchers though, but I'm about to go so pitcher heavy here after this. Oh, Max Muncy just went. What a bummer. Big Zeb machine picked him. Dang you. Um, yeah, literally after this, I'm only pretty much drafting pitchers for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next 8 picks are going to be catchers. Next 8 picks. 8 picks are pitchers. My next 8 picks are going to be pitchers. This one's going to be first base or third base. Rhys Hoskins still looks like where it is. If he gets picked for some reason, I will take Jake Burger from the Marlins. Only hit 250 last year. Marlins aren't that bad though. They do put up some runs every now and then. They're a weird team. They're a team that can beat some teams, but they're also a team that can lose to a lot of teams. Somehow they'll still finish like 500. But it's definitely going to be one of those guys. And it looks like it's going to be Rhys Hoskins. So there we go. We got Rhys Hoskins. We got all my position players done. I'll go over them in a second, as now we need pitchers. We need pitchers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go here. Let's just change this to all pitchers. There we go. All right, so Christian Javier is the best one available. I would not mind him. Or the new Cubs starting pitcher, Imenaga, the Japanese guy. Definitely would not be too mad at either one of those guys, honestly. So let's see. Let's see what we get here. Let's see. Because what do I need here? I still need 3 relief pitchers, 2 starting pitchers, and then 3 pitchers that can be anything. So yeah, either one of those guys is fine. Both those guys are starters. My relief pitchers are going to be so bad in this league. Like I don't think there's any good relief pitchers left. I really don't. Like I don't think there's any good relief pitchers left. This is my turn here. 2 picks away now. Let's hurry up here. Come on. The real bros with a money sign as the S on bros. Just throwing that out there. This guy must be, maybe he's the big hitter of the league. Maybe he's the one that's been doing good the last 3 years. He takes an outfielder. Takes Gary Carpenter. I like some of the team names, man. High Chance of Brouhaha. Also a pretty cool name. Not too many names though related to baseball. I kind of find that a little strange, but still good names though. I mean, they're not just your generic names or anything like that, as mine is right now. I think what's my team called? Justin Grand Team, the Grand Team. I could just keep that. You never know. Could just keep that as my team name. Henry Rowengartner is one, and one of my other ones. Yeah, we're gonna take Christian Javier from Houston. There we go. So Christian Javier. So now we just need one more starter, and then to fill out because you got to start 4. So we just need one more to fill that out. I don't pick for a while, so yeah, definitely gonna have a hard time here with relief pitchers because I don't even really see any good relief pitchers available. Wow, it could be pretty bad actually. It could be very bad. Boys, we're in trouble here. It's gonna be worse than I thought when it comes to relief pitchers. It's gonna be way worse. Ah, boy. Well, we're over halfway now. I've taken 16 of my 30 players, so we're over halfway. 53 minutes into this. If you're still joining me, wow, you have no life. You have no life, and you must really love baseball. Let's go over all my position players since I got them filled up. At catcher, Will Smith. Love it. Great pick. Absolutely great pick. Second best hitting catcher in baseball. First base, Spencer Torkelson from Detroit. Young player. Could be good. I like it. Not the best first baseman, but I like it. Second base, the top hitter from last year, Luis Arraez. I mean, how is he still available at pick 159? Dude had a 350 batting average last year. At third base, Alec Boehm from Philadelphia. He can play first or third, by the way. Multi-position player. Gotta love that. Gotta really love that. Shortstop, Trey Turner, another Philadelphia guy. One of the best hitters in baseball. Smooth swing, smooth slide, great runner. Great pick. All right, my corner infielder, so first base or third base. I picked Reese Hoskins, plays for Milwaukee now. I like it, man. I think he's actually gonna have a pretty good year in Milwaukee. I feel like he fits that stadium. I feel like fits that team a little bit. So I like that pick a lot. Middle infield, I picked Anthony Volpe from the Yankees. I still think he's gonna be really good. I know he struggled a little bit last year, but I still believe in him, man. I still believe in him. As long as the Yankees believe in him, I believe in him. At outfielder, we have Luis Robert from the White Sox. Dude's solid. Dude's really solid. Gotta love that pick. Another outfielder, Michael Harris from the Braves. A guy that's going to be in a spot to get a lot of RBIs, to get a lot of runs playing for Atlanta. He's in that spot in the lineup where he might get the best pitches to hit. Another outfielder, Jazz Chisholm from the Marlins. I mean, the dude's they're building him up to be a star. They're building him up to be a star. I don't see it really, but they'll build him up there, so I'm okay with it. Another outfielder, also from Philadelphia, because you can't have enough Philly. Probably a top 5 offense in baseball. Nick Castellanos. Gotta love it, man. Like I said, he's in another spot in that lineup where he should get a lot of balls to hit and should be able to get some RBIs and get some runs. I like it. My 2 utility players, Shohei Ohtani. No pitching this year. Can't pitch. Can't really field. Literally all he is a DH. I think the dude could hit 50 or 60 home runs. I think the guy could hit 320, 330. MVP of baseball, I feel like, especially in that lineup now with the Dodgers. Although really he's always had a good lineup with the Angels too, but Shohei Ohtani, great pick. He was my first round pick. That's super solid. My last position player in my starting lineup is another catcher, JT Realmuto, possibly the third best hitting catcher in baseball. Probably going to take a step back. He is getting a little older, but still on a great offensive team. Should be batting in a spot in that lineup again where he can get some RBIs with some hits. Should be able to maybe get some good pitches to see. Overall, I really like my position players. I feel like none of them are really bad. They're all pretty solid to great. I think I got a couple of great ones. Trey Turner, Shohei Ohtani, Will Smith, Luis Reyes. I got some really great ones, and I got some average ones, but I got no below average. So I'm very happy with my position players. Very happy with my starting position players. Now we're working on pitchers. And yeah, like I said, we're about to go pitcher heavy, man. We're picking 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 more pitchers in a row. We're picking 8 pitchers in a row from rounds 15 to round 22 or round 23. I'm sorry, and then going to finish it off with 7 bench players where I'll probably just take whatever's available. That's probably where I just kind of zone out of the draft and just take literally the best player available, unless there's like a Dodger that's up there that kind of catches my eye. But right now we're still on pitcher heavy. Man, I'm not really seeing too many good ones, honestly. Pitchers it's a big drop off, man. Tristan McKenzie from Cleveland. It kind of sucks because I feel like Cleveland might not be that good. Um, New manager in town. And also, I just feel like they're taking a step back, anyways. But yeah, I don't know, man. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna take Tristan McKenzie. Why not? Yeah, why not? Why not, man? Why not? There we go. I took him. I didn't really want to. So now I need 3 relievers and then 3 anything. So probably I don't see any good. I don't see any relievers on this list. Oh boy, there's Walker Bueller. Man, I just I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, coming off of Tommy John, I loved Walker. Like I said, was on pace to be one of the best. But man, second Tommy John, that's tough, man. I'm probably gonna take I don't know. I really want to take Nick Pivetta from the Red Sox. I mean, could start some, could come out of the bullpen some. Can kind of help me out there with my bullpen pitcher. He'll count as a bullpen guy. So yeah, I think that's where we're taking, man. Nick Pivetta. I mean, I need a relief pitcher, and he kind of counts as one, even though he's probably going to start some as well. But Yeah, there you go. So now I only need two relief pitchers, and I'm still not really seeing any. Like, there's no solid relief pitchers left. Possibly the only one would be Alex Lang from Detroit, but I mean, how many games are they going to win? I mean, they could really be bad. I mean, how many saves realistically is Lang going to get up there in Detroit? So realistically, my my relief pitchers are going to be pretty bad. They're going to be pretty bad. We do got like some rules here in this league with on Yahoo with how many innings you need to have pitched and how many at bats you need. I think for the whole for the week for the scoring period. So got to keep an eye on that. As we pass the 1 hour mark here, we're in round 18. We're in round 18, 12 rounds left. We're in round 18. So yeah, I mean we're on pace to get done in less than 2 hours. Still, maybe an hour and a half, maybe 30 more minutes left. Probably a little bit longer than that actually. It seems like it's slowing down a little bit. Honestly, I thought it would start speeding up, but this seems to be slowing down. We're in for a long night, ladies and gentlemen. Long night. Appreciate you sticking with me. It's fun though. It's fun. I love it. I love fantasy sports, fantasy baseball. Man, I could see I can do another draft tomorrow. Honestly, I could sit here and do another draft tomorrow. And like I said, I probably will end up doing another draft. Probably gonna have somebody join me for that one. That way, it'll make it go a little bit quicker, and I won't have to talk as much because honestly, it's tough to talk for an hour, hour and a half by yourself, really about the same thing. Like, I don't really want to go too in depth about the players because I'm also just not that kind of person. I'll just, I don't really want to go that uh, in depth. But, looking at this list here, there's some good starting pitchers available. Like I said, Walker Buehler is still there. Ryan Pepio, former Dodger, who's now with Tampa Bay, still available. Charlie Morton for the Braves. Actually, really good starting pitcher. Like, why is he still available? It's going to be interesting to see here who I take. I mean, who's going to be available here at this point in time? Doesn't seem like anybody's really going with pitchers now. I don't know, man. Brandon, I can never say his last name. Plays for the Diamondbacks. Brandon Pafat, I don't know, but that might be who I take if he's available. I mean, I'm still a few picks away here, so he might not be. Bringer a beer though is drafting now. Like I said, I like some of these team names. I'm gonna try to run them off for you. I haven't really ran them off yet. Doug's Demons. I kind of like that one. It's a pretty decent name. Bringer a beer, by the way, did draft Alex Lang, so yeah, there goes another reliever off the board that I won't get. Wow, my relievers are so bad, so bad. Doug's Demons took Cutter Crawford, pitcher for Boston. Comes out of the bullpen, starts a little bit. We also have Team 76. I don't really understand that one too much. Took Tim Anderson, plays for Miami now. The Salamanders are up next. Salamanders always a decent team name. Their Salamanders is used quite a bit. I feel like every so often I see that as a team name in one of the leagues. I feel like maybe last year from a hockey league, I think there was a team called the Salamanders. Um, Big Zeb Machine. I kind of like that one. I wonder if his name is Zeb. I don't know. That would make it a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, man, we got some good team names. I got to come up with a team name. So if you have any suggestion, comment. Or like I said, I can come up with one myself. We also have Strikeout City is another team name. With a name like that dude better be pitcher heavy. He better have some very good pitchers because if not, that name doesn't fit. Name does not fit. Subdued Excitement. Mojo Toe. That might be my favorite one, honestly. I do like that one a lot. Jobu Strikes Back. We all know Jobu from Major League. Pedro Serrano's little guy, Gotta like Jobu. Okay, so here we are, my turn now. I'm gonna take Ryan Pepio. Yeah, I mean he's gonna start some. He might come out of the bullpen some, but he counts as a bullpen pitcher, which helps me a lot. So now I only need one more. Technically, I only need one more relief pitcher, even though neither one of my relief pitchers are relievers, really. But that's good though, because now maybe there's a chance I could have like, because you have 10 starting pitchers. We have 10 starting pitchers in our lineup. 3, 6. But yeah, we have 10 starting pitchers in our lineup. There's a chance maybe I get like 6 people starting one day. That would be pretty sweet. That's how you rack up the points, is how I feel like. That's how it is in my Dynasty League. So maybe if I can really lock in the Yahoo scoring system, that would really help me out a lot. All right, so it's my turn. I'm up next. Either high chance of brouhaha. Oh, Aroldis Chapman just went. Aroldis Chapman plays for Pittsburgh now. What? It's crazy how much his career has changed. It's crazy how much he has really went down. I mean, that dude. I'm surprised he's even still in the league, honestly. I gotta take Charlie Morton. Why is he still there? I don't know, but we're gonna take Charlie Morton. So still got one relief pitcher I need. Other than that, I can get 2 more pitchers. So I'm still gonna draft 3 more pitchers in a row. 3 more pitchers in a row. That's just crazy. Crazy. Like how on earth? This league, this is too many players. For a one season thing, this is too many players. I probably should have joined a different league. I did have my eye on a different league that was only I think 22 or 23 players. But I chose this one mostly because like I said, they're in their 4th year. And with team names like Big Zeb Machine, how do you not? You know what I'm saying? How do you not join a team name like that? So each so yeah, it's not a bad league, I guess. The draft's gonna take about hour 45 maybe. We're at an hour 06 right now with 10 rounds left. So, we're like right where we should be, I believe, maybe for an hour and a half. Taylor Ward finally got picked. I feel like now people are going after outfielders. So it seemed like outfielders went like I thought they would, where it was, get 1 or 2 early, fill in your other 2 spots late. I really need somebody that can close. I got no actual relievers at all. And I'm not seeing any at all. Like none. There's 0 relief pitchers left. Closers, maybe. AJ Puck, maybe from the Marlins, but he's not even their everyday closer. Wow. Hey, the other Will Smith, the outfielder for Kansas City, went finally. Lars Nootbaar went, yeah. So a lot of, just a ton of outfielders now. It's kind of crazy. Like, that seems like that's all that's going now. Like, so maybe I did mess up. Maybe I should have been picking pitchers whenever I was picking outfielders. But it's fine. I still like my team, and I think I'm gonna do better than last year. Last year on Yahoo, my team was not very good. This year, I feel like I'm gonna be a lot better. I like my team. Like we already went through my position players. I like all of them. Now we're 3 pitchers away from filling out my starting lineup for pitchers, and then we'll move on to my 7 bench players, which is a lot of bench players for baseball. Like I don't know really why we need that many for baseball. Just because people play every day, and especially I think we have an IL spot, maybe 2. So yeah, there you go then. Kente Miyata is available. I thought, did he not go back to Japan? No, he still plays for. I don't know why I was thinking that he went back to. Oh no, it was the other former Dodger player that went back to Japan. Yeah, so there you go. All right, so Tim Mayza, the relief pitcher for Toronto, just went. I am gonna have to draft at least 1 more relief pitcher, but looks like my next one's gonna be a starter pitcher, and it's probably going to be Eduardo Rodriguez for Arizona. I like him actually. I really do. I think he's not a bad. I think he's not a bad pitcher actually. I think in a way, I feel like he could be their second best pitcher on Arizona's team. I really do. I kind of feel that way. But anyways, it's my turn. I'm 2 picks away, so let's go. Come on, let's go. The guy that picks right before me going this way, Jabu strikes back. He picks pretty quick every time, so we'll kind of see. Let's see. It's been like 5 seconds, 7 seconds, 8. So let's see. There we go. He picked. So now it's my turn. Yeah, we're gonna pick Eduardo Rodriguez. I mean, why not? So there you go. So I need 2 pitchers. I need a relief pitcher, and then the other one can be anything. So Probably going to go ahead and take like another starter, I guess, and then take a reliever, which will be interesting. Here's my pick here again, really quick. I don't have much room this time. Aaron Savall from Tampa. You can't ever go wrong with a Tampa pitcher. I feel like they do a good job of protecting their pitchers, and I feel like they do a good job of making sure that their pitchers, don't get overworked and get some wins that they probably shouldn't, that they probably wouldn't at other places. So I could pick him or Kenta Miyata. I think those are my two choices right now. Emmett Sheehan for the Dodgers is available. He's hurt right now, I think. But I think he's gonna be pretty good too. I think he's gonna be pretty good too. But I think the other two choices are a little better. I think Savall might be a little better because also Sheehan. I mean, how much is he actually going to start? How much is he even going to really, you know, he's not. I don't think he's going to come out of the bullpen much. So how much is he really going to pitch this year? But I'm next. We got high chance of Brouhaha. That's my bet. That's my favorite name out of this whole league. I'm gonna need something that contends with that, guys. So y'all think of something. Let me know. All right. Probably definitely gonna be Savall here. It's got to be. I don't see Brouhaha taking him. So then that'll leave me needing a relief pitcher, and then my whole starting lineup will be done. And then we'll move on to bench players, where I'm probably just going to take the best player available because that's what I do. So it is my turn, and we are going to take Savall. So there we go. Now I just need a relief pitcher, and then we move on to bench players. So there we go. Relief pitcher. The best one, yeah, there's zero. I'm probably going to end up getting stuck with Sean Manaea, who's not really a saver, not really a relief pitcher, kind of a starter every now and then. I'm probably going to end up with him. Yeah, Dylan Floro, maybe. I wouldn't be too upset with him, I guess. Man, I waited way too long for relief pitchers. It's pretty bad, man. I mean, maybe David Robertson from Texas. Maybe might actually be the best choice. I mean, I got a while here. I got 14 picks, so I'm 14 picks away. So who even knows which one of these guys will be available? Honestly, I mean, I'd be okay with AJ Puck if he is there. I mean, none of these guys are like the closer though, but I think they like Puck could pitch a lot. Robertson could pitch a lot. Manaea will start some and maybe come out of the bullpen some, but Robertson and Puck are probably my first two choices. Maybe Garrett Whitlock for Boston. I mean, they kind of play him up to be important there. So maybe he becomes like their main guy. I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens here. Yeah, I don't know, man, but we're getting to the nitty gritty here. This draft's going pretty good. I feel like there's been some chat in the chatter box, which is always fun to see. There's been every two people, all but two people are here. So 10 of the 12 have been here. They've been here the whole time. It's going pretty quick. Nobody really takes too long every time. I mean, 45 seconds it goes quick anyways. 45 seconds is kind of a weird time though. Why not just a minute? It's funny because whenever I'm in charge of a league, I make it 2 minutes, and boy, do those drafts take forever because for some reason people see 2 minutes and they go, "Oh, I can take a whole 2 minutes," and boy, do they take a whole 2 minutes, and boy, does that add up. 45 seconds though. I mean, you're looking at about 6 minutes per round. That's not too bad. I mean, that's not even really, honestly, not even really 6 minutes per round because none of these guys are actually taking the whole 45 seconds plus 6 minutes per round would be a long time. I mean, that would almost be like what 180 minutes. That'd be 3 hours. Yeah, we're going way quicker than that. We're going about half that. So we're about at 3 minutes per round is where we're at. That's not too bad. 3 minutes per round, not too bad. This Championship Chasers, by the way, it's the name of the show. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching on the Podcast Hell channel on YouTube. Thanks for listening on Spotify. I'm getting close now here. Puck, Whitlock, and Robertson are all still available. Nobody's taking relief pitchers anymore, obviously, because why would they? Nobody's dumb enough to save their relievers until round 23, around 23. But me, I'm that guy. Somebody has to be that guy. In football, you have that one guy that takes a kicker around 7 every year. I'm not that guy. But in baseball, I'm that guy that takes his relievers way too late. JD Martinez just went. Wow. Okay. All right. Now you're starting to get into that part of the draft where I think it does become okay. Like what's going on here. I'm a couple picks away here. Puck, Whitlock, and Robertson are all still available with my outside choice of Mania. Those were like my top four a little bit ago that I said they're all four still available, which is very interesting. Actually, it really tells me honestly because I said that with 14 picks left, and if none of them get picked, then that tells me that I really messed up here by not getting any relief pitchers until the rounds in the 20s. Jabu strikes back. There we go. He picked. So yeah, he took Puck. So one of them did go. So I'm gonna take Whitlock, Garrett Whitlock. So there we go. Then I got all my starting players are done. So now we can just basically just I'm just gonna go back to all positions here, and I'm just gonna take the best player available from here on out. Honestly, like I know that's lame, but you know what? Screw it. Like I got no strategy coming into this one. Like I said, this is just literally just me winging it, and that's how I'm gonna wing it for this one. So, best player right here is Keibert Ruiz, the catcher for Washington, the former Dodger. Also, he was part of the Max Scherzer trade. Uh, Washington seems to like him. That would be my third catcher. Somebody's probably gonna end up needing to trade for one of my catchers. I'm just saying. Maybe I kind of actually really like that pick actually because somebody's going to need a catcher, man. We got 12 teams. We have 30 catchers in baseball. Some of them, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. I don't think there's any problem with getting some catchers. Some fantasy baseball leagues now I hear don't even do catchers, which is insane to me, honestly. Like that's kind of insane. It's like not doing the tight end in football. Like I feel like you should always do every position available. Like that just it blows my mind that some people play in leagues like that. TJ Friedel, the outfielder for Cincinnati, 178th best player, run pick 278. That's insane, actually, that he's that far down there. High chance of Bruhaha is taking him a little bit this time. I don't understand what's going on here. It looks like he's struggling a little bit now, huh? After this pick, I'll have like 15 or 16 picks before my next pick, so I'll go through. He took Max Scherzer, wow. And I'm going to take Keibert Ruiz. Here I got Keibert Ruiz, another catcher. So now let's go through my pitchers. We went through my position players. Let's go through my pitchers. Y'all can tell me how bad they are because they're pretty bad. It's kind of sad. Starting pitchers, I got four of them. I have Max Fried. Okay, pretty good. Really good, actually. That's a good one. I got Hunter Green. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I got Christian Javier. Okay, again, not bad for Houston. Not bad. Now it gets bad, though. Tristan McKenzie, the starter for Cleveland. Cleveland, I don't know if he's going to be able to score enough runs to get him wins. Nick Pivetta, like a starter reliever for Boston. I don't know how much he's really going to pitch. Ryan Pepio could become an everyday starter, or not every day, but could become a rotation guy for Tampa. Maybe, or could just become a guy that starts a little bit here and there. Garrett Whitlock, another starter reliever for Boston. I feel like maybe he's another guy that could sneak into the rotation, though. Then three more pitchers. Charlie Morton for Atlanta. That's a really good one. I think that one's solid. I'm happy with that one. Eduardo Rodriguez, Arizona. I'm happy with that one. Arizona proving that they got a little bit of offense. Should be able to score enough runs to, to get him some wins maybe. And then Aaron Savall from Tampa. I mean, man, he was 7-0 last year, which is kind of crazy, actually, that he did not lose a game. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much faith in him. So it's going to be interesting with my pitchers. Obviously, I have no really true relievers. I have no savers. Or no closers. I'm going to have the least amount of saves in this league. I'm calling it now. I'm going to have the least amount of saves in this league. Won't be the first time that's ever happened to me, honestly. Like, maybe I just don't value closers like I should. And also, like I said, I think there's only like 5 or 6 legitimate closers. After that, I think you have another 8 to 10 that are iffy. And then you have 15 teams that just don't have a closer. So, Yeah, it's hard to value closers whenever I feel like there's just not that many. Like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I think there were a ton of closers. Every team had one. Now, a lot of teams have just gotten into the let's do a closer by committee or let's just, play it by ear and see what happens. So I think that's where we're at now. So I think baseball in general doesn't value closers. So why should I when I'm doing fantasy baseball? But now we're into the bench. We got 7 bench spots. I use my first one, Keibert Ruiz, my third catcher. As I say though, every catcher is going to spend time on the DL throughout the year, so it's not a bad idea to have a third catcher, especially because we get two utility spots. Not just two utility spots, but we get two. You get the corner infield and the middle infield and two utilities, so it's really not a bad idea. And one utility though is taken up by Shohei, who can only play utility because all he is a DH this year, but he's going to be the best hitter in baseball. Call it now, MVP season for Shohei Ohtani. Boy, I'm gonna love it too. Probably buy myself a Shohei jersey, possibly. Can't wait till I go see them play in Atlanta. One day I should take a trip out to LA, but man, that's just so far, and boy, do I hate flying. So might be off the off the off the list of things to do. Looks like a lot of teams are still picking outfielders here. As of me right now, I'm probably going to take Brandon Lowe, the second baseman for Tampa, which is crazy because I literally have him every year. I have him on like all my teams. No matter how many fantasy baseball teams do, whether it's just one, whether it's two or three. I think I played four one year. It seems like I always have Brandon Lowe, and here he is again. We're gonna be around pick 300, and I'm probably gonna take Brandon Lowe if he's there. It's just insane how I always end up with him. I mean, he's a solid player. He's legit. He's an everyday second baseman. He puts up decent numbers. He's not a bad player. He's on a team that's going to win. I mean, Tampa's going to be there at the end of the year. They were a playoff team last year. I don't see why they shouldn't be a playoff team again this year. But it's just crazy how you get the same player. And I don't know if y'all are like that, but like, in football, there's always players that I get like Alexander Madison, the Vikings backup slash starter. I seem like I had him for so many years in fantasy football. In basketball, like Laurie Markkanen. It seems like I would get him every year. Walker Walker Kessler. Seems like I get him a lot now. It's just crazy how in certain leagues you seem to get the same player over and over again. But sometimes you're just drawn to them. Sometimes it's just like they're there, and you can rely on them, and they're not bad. They're not going to be horrible. And that's kind of where I am with Brandon Lowe. So here he is. If he's still available in 2 picks, I'm going to take him. If not, probably take Josh Bell, who I actually think is going to have a really good year with Miami. I think Josh Bell could have a fantastic year. I think this could be like his best year, honestly. I think he's due for a year. I think he fits Miami. I think they're going to be okay with him, really just swinging at the ball every time at the plate. I think that could be perfect for him, honestly, man. Okay, here we go. We're gonna take Brandon Lowe. We took Brandon Lowe, so we got 5 picks left. Um, let's see what we got here. We got 5 picks left. As of right now, I mean, I might still take Josh Bell. If he's available in 3 picks. I mean, why not? If not, probably take Alex Verdugo, who plays for the Yankees now. Had to shave his beard. I remember when he was a Dodger, I loved him. I thought he was going to be great. Kind of went to Boston. You kind of heard some things about him maybe being lazy and not really caring as much, which, I mean, why not? You go from the Dodgers, one of the best teams. They win a World Series the year after you leave, and you go to Boston, and they just could never turn it around with him up there. So can you really blame him for being lazy and not really caring too much? But yeah, I think it's between him and Josh Bell here. You know, I'm next up. We got a high chance of Brouhaha picking here, and then I'm up. So we'll kind of see if he takes one of those guys. If he does not, then I will take either one of them. I mean, I'll take either one of them. I mean, why not? Josh Bell, like I said, I think he's going to have a fantastic season now that he's in Miami, and I think Alex Verdugo, I think honestly could have a very solid year in New York. I don't think it'll be a great year by any means, but I think he'll kind of prove that he was worthy of being involved in the Mookie Betts trade, and he was like the star player in that trade actually. So yeah, we're gonna take Josh Bell. He's available, so we're gonna take Josh Bell. I'm really relying on Bell having just a fantastic year in Miami. I think he's just gonna swing at the fence a lot. I think he's gonna have a lot of home runs. Be interested to see what Miami does. I mean, they got a couple of guys that are going to be hitting in front of them that are going to get on base a lot, which also, I got Luis Arraez, bats in front of them. So, right there, I'm doubling my points possibly because maybe Arraez gets on base and Josh Bell knocks him home. So, I'll get like 2 hits and some runs in a run right there. So, I kind of like that. It's good. People don't think about that in fantasy baseball. Like, you think about it in football where you want to match the quarterback with his receiver or, running back with a receiver or tight end with a quarter. You want to match your players. You don't think about that as much with baseball, but really you kind of want to do that in baseball too because if you have the number 2 and number 3 hitter on a team, if that number 2 hitter gets on base and then the number 3 hitter, has a big hit, you're kind of doubling up your points a little bit. And really, honestly, it could be the same for basketball too. Like, you know, if you get LeBron, why not get D'Angelo Russell? Because okay, well, LeBron has got to pass the ball to somebody. He likes to pass the ball. He gets 8 assists a game. Well, who's he going to be passing the ball to? D'Angelo Russell. So now all of a sudden, when D'Angelo Russell scores, you're also getting that assist. And most likely, LeBron's probably going to get the rebound. So now all of a sudden, you're getting the rebound, which leads to the assist, which leads to the point. There you go. People never think about that in other fantasy sports. I feel like they only think that it goes for football because in football naturally, like last year in football, I had 4 Vikings. I had Cousins, and you'll see why my football team sucked. But I had Cousins, Addison, Jefferson, and Hawkinson. Literally, anytime Cousins threw that ball, I was getting points. Well, then Hawkinson got hurt. Then Jefferson got hurt. Then Cousins got hurt. Yeah, well, I ended up sucking because, I had nobody to take their spots. But if they would have stayed healthy, I would have had a great year because I literally had everybody that I threw the ball to. So, really, in baseball, think about it, man. In baseball, if you can get like the 1, 2, and 3 hitters for a team, why not? Because then if they have a good game, say you get the top 3 hitters for the Dodgers, which obviously that won't happen. That's a bad choice because you're talking Betts, Freeman, and Ohtani. But let's just say you did. Let's just say somehow you did. All right. Well, all of a sudden, if they score 6 runs, you got to think at least half those runs are coming from those top 3. So you're getting 3 runs. You're probably getting at least 3 hits. You're probably getting 3 RBIs. There you go. Now all of a sudden you have a ton of points just from 3 of your 13 players. There you go. So I'm up next. Joe Boost strikes back. It looks like I'm either going to get Alex Verdugo or I'm going to get Luke Raley for the Mariners. Luke, another former Dodgers. Dodgers are all over the place, man. I tell you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take a Dodger now, actually. I'm going to take Gavin Lux, who apparently is available at outfielder, which is kind of weird. But he did kind of get, switched from shortstop to second base because apparently Mookie is our shortstop now, which is insane. That dude goes from outfield to second base, looks really good at second. Lux is struggling at short, and then Mookie says, "Oh, I'll play short." That's just insane. But I like that pick. I like that pick a lot. I'm up here in a couple more picks, so I can get Verdugo or Rayleigh again. As we're getting close here to the end of this draft. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys listening. Get used to it, man. I'm going to be doing a lot more shows. Why not? I'm bored. I like it. You people seem to like our other podcasts that we have on Podcast Hell. Good Blue, Bad Blue, college basketball, and film is literature, movie review, which we got some episodes coming up for each later this week. They'll be up and on there. Y'all can listen. Y'all can watch. They'll also be on Spotify. Spotify, don't look for Podcast Hell. Look for the title of the show. Still 2 picks away here as the real bros really seem to take their time. I'm not sure how I feel about this guy. And he took his time to take Jeff McNeil, who, I'm just not sure why you would take a Mets player at this point in time. So yeah, it's definitely going to be, it's my pick now, and definitely going to be Alex Verdugo. So there we go. Took Alex Verdugo. We got 2 picks left now, ladies and gentlemen. 2 picks left. And it'll be in the draft. I have no pitchers on my bench, by the way. None. My pitching staff sucks. I'm going to be realistic with you guys. There's 12 teams in this league. If I make the top 6, I'll be kind of surprised. But this is what happens when we have no strategy coming in. First time playing in this league. You sometimes just play it by ear, man. But, I believe I can make good trades. I believe, I believe I can make good trades. I believe I can make good pickups on the free agent, on the waiver wire. So I believe in myself. Don't count me out. I pay a lot of attention to baseball. I know a lot of baseball. I'm going to be paying attention to my team every day. So don't count me out. I'm going to be there. I am going to be there. And there's a couple of pitchers here available now actually. So maybe I do end up. I'm still 16 picks away, but I'm seeing the top three players available are all three starting pitchers. So there you go. We'll see if I end up with one. It looks like these people are going to take a while. As we pass the hour and a half mark here, championship chasers, definitely appreciate y'all watching or listening. We're almost done. We got 2 rounds left, ladies and gentlemen. Probably, should be done here in less than 10 minutes. So just over an hour and a half. That's not too bad for a online fantasy draft. An in-person draft, that's actually not bad either. An in-person draft usually takes 2 to 3 hours. Like I said, I think for an online draft, hour to an hour and a half is usually where you want. This one's going to probably end up taking about an hour 40, so not too bad. Not too bad, really, honestly. Nice, fun league to join here. Looks like these guys are pretty cool. Like I said, I've joined in on their chat here a little bit that we have. We've had a few guys join in on the chat, so I like it, man. I think this is gonna be a fun year. Season starts tomorrow, actually, tomorrow with the Dodgers and Padres playing in Korea. Speaking of the Dodgers, James Paxton just got picked, and then Andrew McCutchen just got picked. Yeah, it's going a little bit quicker now. Alex Kirilloff from Minnesota. I like him, by the way. I end up with him a lot in a lot of leagues as well. As we are in round 29 now. So we're in round 29, almost to the last round. I will log out probably after I pick my last pick. I will not stick around to see the last 9 picks. Kike Hernandez, who is available at every position. I think they might as well make him available at pitcher as well, just because, he does pitch sometimes for the Dodgers. But he's literally available at first base, second base, third base, shortstop, and outfield. That's insane. We love Kike. So glad that he's back with the Dodgers. I think that's a really good pick here in round 29. There we go. I'm probably going to end up with a pitcher here, though. The top 3 players available are all pitchers. I'm 5 picks away. So, yeah, I'm probably going to end up with one of these guys. And I'm okay with that. I need at least one pitcher probably on my bench. As so far, my bench is Keibert Ruiz, Brandon Lowe, Josh Bell, Gavin Lux, Alex Verdugo. It's crazy that I feel like my 5 bench players actually could be good enough to be in my starting lineup. That's kind of crazy. But I do have a catcher, second baseman, first baseman, second base, or outfield, and outfielder. So I got like a good mix of players there. And that's kind of what you want on the bench. You kind of want a good mix of players, somebody to fill in at every position. 3 picks away now. Subdued excitement. Literally, he subdued excitement here. Let's see who he picks, and then we'll see who the other people pick. Emilio Pagan just went, the relief pitcher for Cincinnati. Not a bad pick. I'm definitely ending up with one of these pitchers, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go with Griffin Cunning from the Angels. Okay. Mackenzie Gore from the Nationals. I like him, actually. That's probably my first choice out of these 3. Or Andrew Abbott from the Reds. Those are my 3 choices. I like Gore maybe the best out of the 3 of them. They got Canning as the highest rated. But I think I kind of like, yeah, I'm going to go with Gore. Mackenzie Gore is my next to last pick. And now I'll have 1 pick left. Mr. Irrelevant for Justin's grand team. I'll have to redo my name. So at the end of the year, when I do a recap, I'll have to come up with a better name. Which you people can still help me. Feel free. Comment there. Let me know what you think. Travis Stevenson is available there. I always seem to end up with him somewhere along the line as well. 2 picks away. I'm still thinking Abbott, starting pitcher for Cincinnati, or might take Stevenson. Why not? A 4th catcher, though. Somebody will need catchers. Somebody will need a catcher. Might want to trade. Why not? Something about Stevenson. It's the last pick anyways. It'll be easy to drop him. Won't even care if I have to drop him. Won't even be mad. The real bros always taking their time here. They would hurry up and pick. He took Tyler Wells, the starter for Baltimore. So next up is high chance of Brouhaha. He took Tyler Stevenson. So there you go. I did not have to take Tyler Stevenson. So I am going to take Abbott from Cincinnati. And my team is complete, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for listening or for watching Championship Chasers here on YouTube, on the Podcast Hell channel, Championship Chasers here on Spotify. I'll let you know how my team does. And y'all wish me good luck this year. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll check you later.